So there was just an entry here on the Aussie Singapore dollar 1 hour chart, and although I don't usually trade Monday morning reversals, because both the Aussie and the Singapore dollar or the Singapore Stock Exchange both are open at this time early Asia, so that should be fine. There should be decent momentum behind that and decent action. Actually, let's zoom out quickly and see where this level comes from. So this is the level from our weekly analysis. Very nice flip zone here previously. A few overreactions, but nevertheless a good level here to have. So that's where I got the level from. Go to the 1 hour again, and we probably do have here a RSI divergence. I'm pretty sure of that, so let's take it. RSI divergence, you can see that here lower lows on the price, higher lows here on the RSI, so the RSI divergence is there. And then here recently we had a very nice run up this morning, a few good candles, bullish candles in a row. I entered here on the last one just here as price broke the 20 period moving average and closed above it, so I am long just here. 2 minutes ago the candle opened and there is or seems to be a decent upside potential, although I don't plan to hold this trade for long because I'm also looking to short the Aussie US dollar on another pair. So the order is as follow: entry, stop loss goes here below the 20 period moving average with some extra space. The target will be here just below this flip zone, so it's a quick trade, 2.45R, very short distance, and since we're on the 1 hour chart we want to get in and out pretty quickly, and that is the first trade here right now. So a few hours later the price has moved in our favor. You can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 3.5 candles now all have been quite good. One doji and here lots of volatility. This one is a little bit concerning because now you can see price seems to be running out of steam a little bit. Nevertheless, we did not have any bearish bar yet, any bar that is going against the trade, but I will move the stop loss now on this trade here to get a break-even trade and to lock in some profits. So the entry was on this, let me adjust that again. So the stop loss will just go barely above break even here because I don't want to take a loss anymore on this trade, and since this is a 1 hour trade, things can turn around quite fast, and you see here price almost made it to our take profit here already, but we turned a little bit ahead, so this was not ideal. Nevertheless, it still does not look bearish. There's no reason to exit yet, and again I remind you, here is the take profit order just ahead of this flip zone, so I still think there's a good chance we can reach it. However, the last 2.5 candles here are a little bit worrying for bulls. I will keep the trade open with a stop loss here in place, and I will update you again in a few hours. So 2 more candles have formed on the Aussie Singapore trade, and I just exited the trade here in the middle of this candle. So it was a 1.2R roughly, so 1.1, 1.2R. You can see the reason for the exit was that we found multiple resistance here in this area, 1, 2, 3 wicks. The candle before that we had a strong bearish bar, and now we have something like a pin bar here forming, so it shows the rejection, and 1R is still quite good, especially considering it is Monday morning still. Europe is just about to open, and being 1R ahead early on in the week is always good because it gives you a little bit of a puffer and you are not so much under pressure to make your first trade work. It looked like a good setup. It had all the criteria for it. We are at a very important support level. We did have the divergence. We had a strong momentum here to the upside, but then here the follow through on the upside was not really as strong, and so I booked the profits 1R, and that is it for this trade. So here was just an entry on the US dollar Singapore dollar. We are on the 60-minute chart, and you can see a very nice pattern. First of all, let's zoom out a little bit to see where this level is coming from. I think we need to go on the 4 hour for that. And here is this previous very nice level which we first overshot, but it seems like we are finding more upside momentum. So let's go back to the 1 hour where I got the entry from. And you can see we are now having some type of flag pattern we were in a very strong downtrend, and then here we lost the momentum. So let's get on the RSI, and we can probably see that there is a divergence as well. Even if we don't have it right now, we can see it from the price action, and you can see very clear divergence. Price is making lower lows, and the RSI was already making higher lows, so very classic divergence. And now here with the recent candles, we found more upside momentum. We broke here above this important flip zone here, which is the 146 level. So you can see here we had a lot of support here or resistance here previously. First we broke the trend line, but this was not enough for me. I was waiting to see a break above this trend line or this support and resistance level, which we just had here. The candle opened 2 minutes ago. So an interesting entry here. I am only in half the trade or half the position now, because I'm not too convinced yet, because the close was just here above the support area. So I want to see a follow through. Maybe in the next candle, if we can close higher, I will add to this position and get the full position. But let me map out the trade. So the entry was just here at the high. The candle or the stop loss goes here below those previous lows, and the stop loss is here set at the flip zone. So this will just give us a 2.1 R, which is above our 2.0 threshold. So it is a good trade. We have all the criteria we want. It is a 60-minute chart and a 60-minute trade, which means that things can turn around quite quickly. So we have to be very quick here if we see that things are changing. It is different from the 4-hour chart for our trades, where we can let things play out longer. So I am looking at this on a shorter time frame, and so I will also be in and out very quickly here with a 2R. But you can see if we go back to the 4-hour chart, there might even be something ahead here. If we can break higher, then we could see a longer reversal and a stronger upside reversal. But for now, I am just looking at the 1 hour, this first 2R trade, and then once we get here, we can reassess the situation. And there was just an exit on the US dollar, Singapore dollar. You can see here price did not do anything here the last 2 hours. This candle just opened 6 minutes ago, so I closed the trade here at the open of this candle, which was then a break-even trade right at the entry. And I think it's a good lesson to learn. When price does not agree with your idea, with your trade idea, you don't have any momentum in your direction, then it is always better to cut the trade, wait for the next entry, or wait for a clear sign that price is going into your direction. So in this case, I think it's a very good decision to exit the trade, not hope that it will turn around, and so you can move on. You didn't take a loss, and it's not nagging on your emotions, and we can just keep on trading. It is very early in the week, so there's no need to gamble with your trades, and I think it's much better to have a clean slate, respect your rules, and then you can move on without any doubts or hard feelings.